Be moving into igniting your confidence. So, as I said before, I'm Tori Jermaine of Tori Jermaine Photography and Ignite by Toria G. And I create space for women to step fully into their divine feminine power and become who they have always desired. I talk about a lot of sensuality, but today we're going to talk about confidence, igniting your confidence, and truly being okay with who you are and who you desire to be. So, what exactly is confidence? I have two definitions for you. Confidence is the feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something. And it is a feeling of self assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities, or qualities. So I want to expound on the first definition of having a belief that you can rely on someone or something. A lot of times we're like, oh, I want to be confident. I want to be able to walk into a room and everybody looks at me or whatever it may be. And a lot of times, especially in our adult lives, we have a tendency, especially when we're emerging into who we are outside of our household, or we've just had a large change in our role or our situation. You may have become a wife, may have become a mom, or whatever it is. And it's kind of, you're walking around kind of lost and whatnot. And so a lot of times we will say, okay, I'm going to do this for someone. And we consistently show up and show out for other people for whatever reason it may be. But we are showing up for other people while we're also not showing up for ourselves. So to go back on to the definition, the feeling or belief that you can rely on someone or something. You will lose your confidence if you are not showing up for yourself, period. If you say, hey, I'm going to work out today, and then today comes and you're like, I think I'm gonna lay in this bed. Ooh, I think I'm gonna eat this piece of cake. You're not showing up for yourself and you are basically diminishing your own word to yourself. You can't trust yourself with your word. Therefore, your confidence will begin to dwindle. Now, I want you to look at who you are, wherever you may be in your world, life view, or whatever it may be. For instance, I'm a mother and I am a wife. And I want you to look at who you are and what you like to do outside of that. Now, granted, I love spending time with my husband. I love spending time with my kids. And I want you to look at the things that you liked to do before that role came to be. So, for instance, I like to be out in nature. I like to go hiking. To build your confidence, you're going to need to play in avenues and in spaces that you used to play in before that role came to be. And you need to also say, I'm going to do this and actually do it. And you saying, I'm going to do this and doing it is you showing up for yourself and you're showing yourself and your subconscious that I can rely on myself. If I say I want to save $1,000 in my savings account, and you're not putting it in there, your self confidence will dwindle. But if you actually do the things that you say that you're going to do, you will increase your confidence and your ability to continue to do more and to create the life that you want. Now, a feeling of self assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities and qualities. That is realizing who you are and showing up as that. So, I like to talk about confidence stacking, which is basically I am this, therefore I can do anything I still want to do. Because a lot of times we will put ourselves in a box of, I just became a mom and therefore I can't dress sexy. You can dress however you want. I am this and therefore I can do whatever I want. So it's really just showing appreciation for your abilities, your qualities, who you are deep within, what you like to do, and actually doing it. So for instance, I'm a mom and I have gained a little bit of weight, but I like to dress pretty cute. Like I still like to show off a little bit of something. So I made sure that my wardrobe reflected that versus the comfortable clothing that I wore when I was expecting. Now, when you want to increase your confidence, do what you said you would do, but also listen to those subtle desires that may come up, the things that you felt like I want to be able to do that, or that would be cool to be able to make sourdough bread or go roller skating, learn how to roller skate, because a lot of us came out of quarantine learning things that we wanted to do because we had the time and space. So it's really creating more of a cushioning of you delving into your desires. And this is going to take a form of play. And I say that because it does not have an end goal. The end goal is for you just to do it, to enjoy it. You don't have to teach anyone how to do it. You don't have to do it correctly, but it's just to build your confidence of saying, I tried this. This was amazing. This made me happy. I fell on my butt and I got back up and I was still able to dive into that which I truly desire. So how to figure out your likes and desires, especially with a major role change. Like I was saying before, you're going to want to go into things that you used to do before that. And a lot of times you're going to also want to go into like childlike play, like I was saying before. And the reason being is because it is really just, it's fun and there's no end goal. You don't get a grade. It's not any homework. It's just, I am creating time and space to pour into myself, to pour into my cup. And I like to talk about the four bodies as well, which are mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical. But that's for another time and space. But those four bodies, I think of them as cups, which encompass the whole cup. It's almost like I'm pouring into myself. And how am I pouring into myself? And these are the ways in which I'm going to do so that I can give from my overflow. And that way you're never tired, you're never burnt out, and you have more to give. But you need to continue to fill that cup and continue to give yourself that time and space. So, with confidence stacking, you are going to want to know what your desires are, explore them, figure out which ones you don't want. Like what Quita was saying, you're going to want to edit your desires. So, something that I thought I would like, but I don't like, or something that I used to do, but I don't like it anymore, you're going to have to edit that and figure out how you want to do that. And so, once you are able to pour into yourself in that aspect, you're going to want to add something new in there. So, for instance, you may do your makeup every day. All right, I got that down. I'm waking up early too. What else do you want to do that will pour into your cup? Do you want to go to the mall once a week and just smell perfumes and then start to add a perfume collection to your a wardrobe or whatever it may be? Is it a hobby you want to do? Photography, for instance. Let me go out and shoot a couple of times to see if this is something that I actually want to do. And you continue to stack that on to it. So we started with makeup, then we added perfume, then we added photography as like a outlet, creative outlet. So it's really just stacking your confidence onto each other and actually doing the things that you said that you wanted to do and that you will do. So that is it for now. I could go on for days about this, but I did want to open up the floor for any questions if we have any. I'm checking all areas to make sure that we do not. And so, like I said, I'm Toria Jermaine. You can find me on Instagram at Ignite by Toria G, and you can also visit www.toriajermainephotography.com to go to my website and see me there. I am on Instagram a lot, making reels and doing posts and whatnot. So I am going to open up the floor for questions, answers, commenting, and I'm going to bring all my ladies on. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi. So I had a question for you.
Yeah.
So when it comes to that confidence stacking or trying something new, do you think there's a certain time that people should give themselves with starting something new or, trying out a new role? Is there a certain time you should try it before you switch to something else or before it's the thing?
You mean like a time frame? Like
Yeah.
I'm
Like
going to try this
say,
out for 6 weeks or something like that?
yeah, like yeah.
I really believe in people knowing within their gut
Okay.
if they like something or not. That goes into, I don't know if anyone is into shadow work as well. Um, I believe that you can trust your gut to know, like, this ain't, I tried this. I don't know if I really want to do this. But also being very aware of the ways in which you can self sabotage yourself of saying, ooh, I failed. I'm not going to do that. And it also goes into self-sabotage of I'm learning how to roller skate and I may not feel that goes into worthiness. I don't feel worthy of being able to learn this so fast. I look good, this and a third, and then you break your wrist. So it goes
Mhm.
into a lot of different things with self work that I could say. But to bring it into something super simple as far as baking, I would say try it 3 times. Try it 3 times. And if on the third try, you are just like, this is not fun. I don't like this. This isn't something I want to do. Then you might need to like hang it up. But I have noticed a lot of people try things to start stacking things on, and it's kind of like depending on where you have come from, if you've come from a family of struggle and you feel like this is wasteful,
Mhm.
monetarily, then you will have a bit of shadow work, self-realization, wealth building within yourself that you're going to have to do to be able to do that, like building a wardrobe and playing with different items that you typically wouldn't, and being okay with being wasteful by throwing away clothes that you technically wouldn't. You know what I mean? Do
Mhm.
I feel worthy of wearing this smaller item, even though I wear a size 4? I'm used to wearing a size 14. Do I feel worthy of this? So it
Yeah,
goes into a lot of different things with that.
that's good. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Do you have questions? Anyone? Trying to make sure. Mm-mm. No. Nope, I don't see any questions whatsoever. But I'll give the closing remarks. I'm sorry, Christina. I did put your information in the feed as well. But I really truly enjoyed this conversation as
This
far
was
as like
good.
building ourselves and helping us build the life that we want, charging ourselves up and giving ourselves what we need for this moment so that we can walk into our future selves in a better light. I appreciate you all. I want to say thank you and I love you. And I'll see you guys later.
Thank you. Bye, y'all.